No student should feel that they have to leave Kentucky to get a quality education. And for years, a lot of kids thought, I got to go to the University of North Carolina or University of Virginia or a private school in Ohio to get a quality experience, quality educational experience. Because the research shows if you do leave the state, the likelihood or probability that you're going to come back to your community or to our state is greatly reduced. So we want the best students to stay here. We don't want to be the biggest, we want to be the best. So each year the quality of our incoming freshman class has gone up. Since the beginning of the reform, we've had the largest increase in quality in Kentucky as measured by GPA, ACT score, and so forth. And so at the beginning of the reform, we were producing 1,700 graduates a year. Right now we're producing 2,400 graduates a year, the largest increase of any school in the state. But if we're only #1 in Kentucky, it's not good enough. We got to do better than that, and our 2020 plan calls for us to be producing 3,030 graduates per year by the year 2020. We can't do what we do at the University of Louisville if it isn't for JCTC and if it isn't for Tony Newberry. And he's a great resource to this community. And so what we're trying to do is attract the very best students. If you need remedial education, if you're not quite ready, we have a partnership with JCTC. And you can start at JCTC and have the full university experience. To me, the most satisfying thing in this job is to see the university embrace getting out in the community. And you know, I did grow up here. My parents were teachers in the Jefferson County Public Schools. So I believe, and we moved away. We're gone 30 years. My wife was from the South End, went to Iroquois. And so we're back. We believe in this community. But a lot of times faculty, I guess I got in here, I can say some things, are kind of independent contractors. They like to kind of do their own thing. I know because I was a faculty. And so when presidents say, this is what we ought to be doing, they say, yeah, sure. And, but the University of Louisville has really embraced the Signature Partnership Initiative in a way more meaningful than I could have ever imagined. In 1997, the Kentucky General Assembly adopted legislation in a special session. It's still affectionately called House Bill 1, and it was the Post-Secondary Education Improvement Act of 1997. And it is that legislation. It's still on the books today, still law, but it really hasn't been modified. It's been tinkered with a little bit, but not significantly. But that law is still on the books, and it's what drives us every morning, every afternoon, and every night at the University of Louisville. What that law says is that higher education has a vital role to play in increasing economic opportunity and the quality of life for the people of our community and state. And it went on to say that the University of Louisville's statutory mandate is to be a premier, nationally recognized metropolitan research university. I can guarantee you that the leadership in legislative and executive in Frankfort understands that for Kentucky to be successful, Louisville must be successful and must lead the way. We're the only really major urban area, and that's why we were given the mandate that we were given. Historically, we've been a manufacturing state, an agricultural state, and a mining state. And those are the jobs of yesterday. Those are not the jobs of tomorrow, of today. Those are not the jobs of today. And we don't even know what the jobs of tomorrow will be. In November, 2 months ago, 1,774,000 people were working in Kentucky. Think about that. We've got the same number of people working today that we had working really 11 years ago. And if I were a policymaker, or I was going to visit with a policymaker in the next few weeks, I think this is one of the things that I would want to know. What is their strategy for moving the state forward so that our economy can continue to grow and improve the quality of life for our people? What we've got to do is develop new economic clusters and realize that we live in a knowledge economy, a new economy, knowledge-based economy, where the most important input into the production process is brain power, knowledge. Most important community initiative right now is the 55,000 degrees. And so everything that you could say, that you do say about Kentucky with an undereducated population, you can say about Louisville, Jefferson County, and our broad region. And so all the institutions in our region, including Indiana University Southeast, have all come together and made the commitment to do everything we can by 2020 to produce additional undergraduates, to produce individuals with associate degrees, certificate degrees. We should only have 4 priorities in our state to move forward economically. And those 4 priorities are education, 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 and education. Early childhood education, K through 12 education, higher education, and adult lifelong learning. Keep us accountable, encourage us. You know, it's hard at times, and we think, geez, we've been through 11 budget cuts in 11 years. And it's easy to get down. And it's easy to say, we can't do it. We can't produce 55,000 more graduates. Look, we've been through 11 budget cuts. But keep us propped up, keep us moving forward, keep us accountable, and then do whatever you can do. Look at your own workforce. Look at scholarship programs. Look at, you know, time off, reimbursement. Look at the kind of ideas like what UPS has done. I would say, in a nutshell, I'm just an economist.